Hey guys, Randy here with Dual Cut and Trim. I wanted to tell you about a situation I had this last week and this week, and tell you what I did, and get your feedback on it and see what you thought. So I had a customer contact me. I was at one yard, and the guy actually walked into the backyard where I was mowing, and asked me if I could service his property. He lived actually lived like a street over. I don't know why he came over or how he saw me. So I said sure. Took a look at it. Told him it'd be 35 bucks per cut. No, let me back up. I didn't look at it. He gave me the address and I looked it up online. So I sent him the contract and he signed it. Put his credit card on file like I require all my customers to do. And so I said, all right, I'll take care of it. So I go out, mow the property, nice property, mow it, charge the card, head on to the next yard, and he starts blowing up my phone as soon as I leave, saying that I didn't service his property. So I tell him, I said, I don't get confrontational pretty much ever. When it comes to any kind of issues with my customers, I try and be as non-confrontational as possible. It's just easier that way. I figure they got money I want, so if it's something simple, which it usually is, it's just easier for me to be nice, and we can continue the relationship. So, I talked to him. I said, well, I'm looking at this, and we service the property that's on file. The property you signed the contract for is this house number 112, or it wasn't 112, but I'm just using that. And so he responds back. He's like, no, I don't live at 112. I live at 102. I'm like, well, I'm sorry, but that's not what's on the contract. We mowed the property that was on the contract. So he's like, well, I really need this done. And so his property is like right in the middle of my densest route. So it was good money, and it was a higher return because there's no travel time. It's literally 15 seconds of driving to get to his property. So I told him, I said, well, I'll tell you what, you're in my densest area. I really would like to keep you as a customer, so we'll come back and we'll service your property, the correct address. We're just going to do a new contract with the correct address on it. And we'll come back and we'll service the correct address, and I won't even charge you. Mistakes happen. Your yard's not that big. I won't even charge you. So I go out after he signed the contract, and we go back. I go back out, and his house is a dump, man. I mean, it's messy. It's bad. It's overgrown. And it's broken up into like these weird areas. It's like one of those things where he's got like two backyards that are fenced off from each other, and then it was a really weird property. And like the one backyard, the grass was 3 feet tall. It just, trees growing up in it, just whatever. So I was like, man, really should have charged this guy. And when a customer's yard looks like that, I mean, that's a warning sign. And so, and I ignored the warning sign. So I serviced it for free. And he had signed a weekly contract. So I showed up again yesterday to mow his property, and I mowed everything I could, but the second backyard, he had left the gate locked. I couldn't get in there. And I was like, well, I held up my end, and so I went to charge his card, and the card was declined. So I shot him an email, because that's how I've been communicating with him. I've gotten, before this last mowing, he'd emailed me probably about 15 times. So I know he's on email a lot. And so I emailed him, was like, hey, your card was declined and I couldn't get in your backyard. It's 3 days later and I still haven't heard from him. So I'm pretty sure he stood me up. So I'm just curious, I try and I try and be nice. I try and be as friendly and helpful to people as possible. You know, I'm not trying to stiff anybody. I'm really blessed. I feel like I make pretty good money. Um, but did I get caught being too nice with this guy? Should I have charged him for that second cut? I mean, you know, part of me said yes, but I really wanted to keep that customer. But then, you know, maybe the fact that he didn't pick up that he had the wrong address on a contract he signed, maybe that should have been a warning sign to me, along with how overgrown his yard was. So I don't know. Just kind of wanted to get your thoughts on it. What would you guys have done in that scenario? Um, you know, as it stands now, it looks like I got ripped off for $35, which, you know, it's not the end of the world. I mean, yeah, $35, man. You know, we're not kids anymore. But I'd just like to get your thoughts. Like, how would you have handled that? Was I too nice? Should I be meaner in the future? Love to get your thoughts. So this is Randy with Dual and Cut and Trim. I'd look forward to hearing what you have to say. Thanks a lot. Bye.